Oh my goodness. Right, so that probably had to be the most awkward thing I've ever done in my life. I was literally doing my check-in. Put it down here. Out my tits, staring at my tits. Yes, I was doing my check-in outside because I'm doing my check-ins outside now because we're moving house on Sunday. I want to start doing my check-ins outside. And obviously I lived in shared accommodation and people just came back from their night shift and I was just there half naked. And they're all lads as well. And like they all decided to go for a fag. I think I've got some clips and I think you can just see my face just go fuck. Cause like, I thought it was early enough that no one would be awake, but they fucking not. Like, I want to watch the videos back. I haven't watched them back yet, but fucking hell, that was embarrassing. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we are on episode 14 on my road to figure. 9 weeks out. People, we are 9 weeks out. 9 weeks fucking out. How has it gone this quick? Like, time has flown by. I want it to slow down because it's just going too quick. It's scary how quick the time's going. So as you saw by the little kind of pre-intro thingy mabobby with music and shit, whatever I edited or whatever I felt like that looked cool, whatever. I have done my cardio. And this was all filmed on Sunday. We are now on Wednesday. I've been, this week's really busy for me, so I'm filming this over a couple of days. So it's a bit of a mix match, but then you get to see the whole week with me, kind of. You get what I mean. But yes, so that was filmed on Sunday. I am also going to talk you through my check-in. This week, we have had a few changes, so quite exciting to be honest. And also a very odd outcome. So this week I have been on my time in the month. Now let me tell you guys, my PMS symptoms, like, Jesus Christ, I was horrific. Like, it was bad. My hormones were just fucking everywhere. My emotions were everywhere. I'd be angry 1 minute, sad the next, happy another second. I'd switch moods. I had a short patience. It was fucking weird. Like, I've never experienced PMS symptoms like that, like quite like that before. And I was quite stressed as well, so obviously I don't think that helped. Whilst I was having, like, the week before my period, I was weighing in at like 61.7 to 8 kilos consistently, day on day. My weight wasn't dropping, it was just consistent for like a whole week. And then the day I come on my period, I lose 0.4 kilos. So from like that week, then on the Saturday, I weighed 61.3 kilos, which I was like, what? I'm meant to be on my period. So I messaged Tom and I was like, yo, just come on period, but I've actually like got the lowest weigh-in of this prep. I was like, is that normal? And he was like, nah, that's weird. He was like, we'll see what you like on your check-in when I've had like a full day in my, like with my period and stuff. And then I got another new weigh-in, like a new low weigh-in of 60.8 kilo. So throughout this whole time I've been on my period, I've lost weight instead of gaining it. Now, you females know that on your period, you hold water, you know, the scales do increase, and you're bloated, you know, it was just weird. I just kept losing weight. Now, I was quite happy with the check-in. I am looking flat. I have had that time off. I've had a couple of sessions back. I think I had one session back in before my check-in, which was a push session. So I still hadn't, like, obviously I had the blood flowing a little bit, but I definitely wasn't full again. It takes some time to get your fullness back. But I was happy with the check-in purely because even though I was flat, I was looking leaner and I was seeing new lines. And to be honest, I'm happy with the stage that we're at, and so is Tom. But there are some changes. So the changes, let's talk about them. So the changes this week are exciting. So exciting because things are getting pushed. Yeah, they are. I am feeling, is the word, I don't know how you say it, I don't know how to spell it, but like satiated, I think the word is. I used to feel satiated after every single meal. Now I almost feel like I could eat more. Cardio has been upped by 5 minutes and we have added that onto the cross trainer. So now I'm doing 30 minutes every single day, and 25 minutes now on the cross trainer every single day. The aim with that is to keep my heart rate up above 120 beats per minute and keep it consistent throughout if possible, and working at a 6 to 10 RPE. With my cardio, I am still wearing my weighted vest, which is at 5 kilos at the moment, which is still the same, and we have also added back in the 3,500 steps with the weighted vests as well. In regards to my meals, my first meal hasn't changed, my second meal has changed. We've also changed up the food groups in my meals just because I needed more volume. I needed to trick my mind that I'm eating more than I am, because in my previous meal plan I had things like a wrap, which is really dense, and a bagel as well, which is really dense, and you could get so much more out of like cream of rice or porridge or potato in terms of like it's the same amount of carbs, it just seems like you're eating more. And currently right now I feel like we're at a good position to swap my foods around. So if I do have any digestive issues, we can sort them out. But we've swapped them out with things that we know digest well anyway. So we've taken out the bagel and swapped it for potato with, again, food decreases. So my second meal has 200 grams of white potato instead of one bagel and jam. Then meal 3 is whey isolate, 25 grams of whey isolate, 60 grams of oats, which has stayed the same, which was 70 grams of oats, and then 140 grams of strawberries, 30 grams of dark chocolate. My meal 4 was chicken, used to be chicken, a wrap and vegetables. Now it is 25 grams of whey isolate, so my protein has also gone down. 60 grams of cream of rice, we've changed it to cream of rice now to again volumize it, and then 50 grams of mixed berries. We have taken out all intra carbs, so I have no cyclic dextrin anymore whilst I'm training. I've only got 10 grams of EAAs, I've got 5 grams of creatine, a half teaspoon of salt, and some sugar-free squash. And then post-workout has stayed the same. On a non-training day, everything has pretty much stayed the same as to what it was previously, apart from I've lost 50 grams of potato in meal 3, and I've lost 10 grams of oats in meal 4. So those are the changes so far, and let me tell you, I am starting to, like I said, feel like I could eat more. The hunger is manageable at this point. If I keep myself busy, I forget that food is on the table, you know. I still have no cravings. I still have no desire to have any other foods. I just more so desire like drinks, like not alcoholic drinks, more so like the sugar-free drinks. Like if I was to say I wanted something that wasn't on my meal plan, I would say like I would want to be able to have more Monsters or more sugar-free squash or something like that. Like that's the thing that I'm craving but not craving, if that makes sense. At the moment, seriously, genuinely no food. Like I have detached myself to all other foods around me, like as in like, you know, the nice stuff, the brownies, the cakes, the pizzas, the takeaways. Like me just even listing that, I literally couldn't give a fuck. I think I'm like that because I'm so set on my goal and I really, really, really want to achieve a physique that is competitive, and I want to prove to myself but also to other people that this is something I love doing and I can do this. And my food focus is just not, it's not there. I have no food focus. The only thing that I focus on is the food that I'm allowed to eat, and I make it taste nice. That is literally it. That is literally pretty much it in the terms of the check-in. So now I'm going to basically leave you guys here and take you through mine and Ella's day at Rotherham. If you've seen the thumbnail and the name of this video, you will know that me and Ella have had to make a decision on being training partners. It was one that we have been thinking about for quite some time now, and it was a very difficult decision to make, but it was definitely best for our friendship. And you know, I am grateful that we have made the decision that we have, but that will all be spoken about later on in this video with both Ella and myself, and we will explain why we don't train together anymore. is going to be the welcome, or if this is going to be like, right guys, finish training. Right, so we finished. Yeah. Right, so as you can see, we trained at Ultraflex Rotherham.
It was a
today.
Very long session.
Yeah, what time did we get there?
Like 1.
So it was, why did it take that long?
3.5 hours.
It didn't feel that long for me.
It did for me. I'm sure you can tell that.
But as you can see by the title, me and Ella have made a decision.
Yeah, we don't like each other anymore.
Well, that's
We hate each
obviously not
other.
true, is it?
We fell out.
Yeah. Basically, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Susan came out.
Susan was here.
So basically, as you can see by the thumbnail, you all know, or should know, that me and Ella have been training partners, for near enough half a year now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, we started around about the same time as I started with AJ, wasn't it?
Very similar, maybe quite like a couple months before, I'd say.
Yeah, well, we're kind of training with each other and just
Getting...
It's probably been since like October.
Yeah,
September,
I'd say October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Oh, like 7 months. 8 months.
Wow.
No, 8 months.
8 months. 8 months.
We have come to the conclusion that basically us being training partners currently, a big word there, currently
yeah.
just wasn't ideal for either of us. Not because
we don't like
each other and we don't like training with each other. More so the fact that we are both in prep, and just our lives and the things going on in our lives just didn't
coincide.
Yeah, and it just if anyone has done a prep before, you want the least amount of stress in your life,
and it was just causing us more stress to train with each other and try and fit around each other's schedules than it would have just been if we'd have just done our own thing.
Yeah.
And we were kind of training separately sometimes anyway.
A majority of
we kept doing sessions on our own because you'd have to go early and then I would want to do my check-ins before and then you'd have to go to work or whatever. And we just decided that it's better off if we just train separately.
Yeah.
And obviously we're still going to be there together sometimes.
Yeah, we're still doing the same sessions. We're still doing we still go at very similar times, not at the exact same time.
No, it'll be within the same period that we're in there most of the time.
We're still going to be there for each other, but also we noticed that the further into prep we got, the more frustrated we got with each other's habits or what happened during sessions and stuff.
I'm not very good at controlling my emotions, and sometimes I let it get the better of me, which is something that I'm learning to deal with, learning to improve and make better. But the reality is I'm not there yet, and it's not fair on you for me to be in a shit mood and then bring your session down as well.
Although they do say even though you have training partners and you determine how well your session goes, headphones in, just get on with it.
Yeah.
When Ella is upset, it's very
I'm not
noticeable.
a nice person to be around, to be
honest. Very difficult because when you're going there to train with someone, there are expectations.
Yeah.
And there are, you go there and you're training together, so when you're not speaking or when someone's upset, it does affect you, and it did start to affect my session. So,
and at the end of the day, we don't want that to be the reason that we have a falling out or let that get in between our friendship, because at the end of the day
there was starting to get some animosity. We were starting to get more frustrated with each other,
and we did have some tiffies at points, and I just think we'd
rather have a friendship than be training partners. And obviously within a prep, you do your patience does run thinner,
Yeah.
and your priorities are you.
Yeah.
You know, within reason.
Obviously, yeah.
But I mean, it was a no-brainer that like that us training together is more of an off-season kind of vibe,
Yeah.
and when our lives aren't so fucking hectic.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why we're not training together, because you know, people think that us not training together means that we've had a massive falling out and we're not best friends anymore, and that we hate each other. But yeah, that is why we aren't training together anymore. And to be honest, like it happened because I had time off training because of something. I can't remember what it was. Then you had time off training. Oh, it was COVID.
That was it.
It was COVID.
You got COVID, then I got COVID.
So we didn't train together for like 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and
it was literally 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I kind of like found this I didn't really realise how much I loved training on my own, you know, being on my own, getting into my sets on my own, like listening to my own music, you know, having my own time, going at my own time, not having to worry about if Ella's going to be late or if Ella's going to turn up on time, or if she's going to be in a bad mood. If she's going to be stressed.
Like me.
But no, it was quite nice to kind of just like be in my own lane.
Just be there for you.
Yeah.
And not think about anyone else.
Yeah. Like, it's as selfish as it sounds.
Yeah, bodybuilding is selfish.
Nice. Like, it was nice. Like, but then at the same time, I do love training with you, and this is why we have kept in Rotherham to train together, because we still love training together. It's just consistently training together.
Yeah.
It's not.
This
like,
session is
ideal.
a session that we make time for. We both make time for out of our day.
It's a day trip. Like, we travel an hour and a half to get.
So we don't fit anything else around this. This is just
our day.
Like, this is what we do on this day, and everything else fits around it.
We don't hate each other. We actually still love each other. So, okay then, get out of the fucking car. I'm in my mum's car. Get out of my car.
No, but we're still besties.
Yeah. And how was your session?
It was good. It wasn't like the worst. It wasn't the best. I did have some digestive issues. Which
don't go into detail.
Ran out of EAAs, so had to use another one, and it just didn't agree with me, which is not ideal.
No, it didn't.
And I will not be doing that again. Second time I made that mistake, which
made that mistake not the day,
literally 2 days ago.
Yesterday, the day before, yeah.
But it's fine. We learn again.
I'm working at a reps in reserve range at the moment because I've just come off of time off. So I'm going back in, you know, taking it a little bit easier, just so I don't fucking kill myself like at the very start again, and just to kind of like get the blood flowing, get my like muscles kind of just like back into the groove of things. So this is my last session of reps in reserve, and to be honest, it was actually a really decent session. I mean, I'm used to training in reps in reserve with my back anyway, because that was kind of the approach we went for during lockdown and then slightly after as well. So I had an alright session. It's just like, it'll be nice to go back to like full volume, full intensity, full load. You know what, I changed my mind. This is the fucking reason why I don't train with her anymore, because I'm just sick of her. I'm just fucking sick of her. Like, I just cannot deal with her anymore. She just makes me angry.
Hear me out.
Linda's coming out.
Linda's Linda is
Linda's here. I've come up with this thing where, like, when I'm not myself and I can just feel my hormones and my emotions get the better of me, I call it Linda. So I'm like, Linda's here, guys.
She turns into Linda then.
And she's come up with Susan. Susan?
No, let me say, Sanaya says volume, really funny.
Volume.
I say volume. She says volume. I'm sorry.
Volume.
Comment down below if you think Sanaya says volume weird.
Volume. How do you say volume? Volume. No beef. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish off the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe.
Wait, so what trying to look upset? Am I trying to look
Yeah, look
annoyed?
upset and I'll go. Maybe I should just be like.
Wait, what am I doing?
Wait, maybe I should just be like.